So I wanted to let you guys know that I'm studying abroad in Mexico this summer for six weeks, and I think a lot of it has to do with you guys because I got into the Lombardi Scholars Program, and I'm the link right here. And I don't want to sound like I'm like bragging or anything because I really don't like talking about this sort of stuff, but so it has like a long interview process where I applied back in January, and then I made it to the semifinals round and had a phone interview, and then I made it to the finals round, and I went to the university to interview with a committee of people and do other stuff. But that's not the point of this video. I wanted to talk about the sort of feelings that I had while I was at the university during and before my interview. It was a whole day that was organized for us. It was 18 of us finalists in the scholarship program, and these other kids were like the cream of the crop of the seniors in Florida right now. Like, they were all kids who applied to like Ivy League schools, or at least everyone there was going to a top 50 university in the States. These kids were like fucking brilliant, and when I had the opportunity to spend the day socializing and networking with a lot of them, a lot of emotions and a lot of feelings sort of were running through my head, and one of them was the feeling of mediocrity, I guess, like helplessness, because I did something that no one should ever do. Compare yourself to another person and then feel bad about yourself afterward. It's natural for a person to compare themselves to other humans. It's something that I don't want to say we all do, but most of us do. It's okay to aspire to be on their level of success or to want to exceed it, but when you're feeling good about yourself one minute, and you're feeling good about your accomplishments, you're feeling good about where you are in life, and then someone who is at a better place in life than you are walks through the door and you start feeling bad about yourself, that's not good. That's not healthy, and you should feel secure. You should feel okay with where you are. I'm not really saying you should be content with where you are right now, because I'm the sort of person who always wants to push themselves, who always wants to do better, and I think that's relatively healthy. But at the hold on, let me get my drink. All these other kids, they were people who did great things and went to God knows where and did all these crazy internships and studied with all these people and won all these awards, and it was just like, I know I have a lot of things under my belt, and I know relatively I'm a pretty good high school student, like achievement wise, but when I looked at myself and I looked at people next to me, I felt like shit. I felt like, what have I been doing? Like, I'm nothing compared to these people. I'm like a little mouse. I'm vermin. I don't even deserve to be here. I don't even deserve to be a finalist, because if they're these kind of people that are here, whose spot am I taking? I have no chance at the scholarship. And that was what was running through my head. I'm sorry, I'm a little wired right now because I'm having caffeine, and I usually don't have any caffeine for months at a time, and so I'm like a little kid where I just get really jittery and hyper off the smallest bit. I was comparing myself to all these people, and I was feeling really bad, and then I ended up winning, and I ended up being one of the 8 people who got to be a part of the program, and I wasn't expecting it at all. I felt stupid for feeling the way I did, because after a while, after that day, like there was like a 2-day leeway time before I found out if I won or not, and in those 2 days I convinced myself that I was just completely undeserving and that I was in no way going to get the scholarship, and I ended up getting it. And I wanted to say that you shouldn't compare yourself to other people, and you should never feel good about yourself one minute and let someone else's achievements make you feel worse about your own, because that's a terrible thing to do. And it's a very easy feeling that sinks in when you don't even expect it. Everyone should be proud of themselves, because we're all beautiful human beings. I don't really know where else I'm going with this, but I wanted to say thank you guys for your support and for helping me. When I walked into this room for my actual formal interview, There's a committee of people sitting in front of me from the university, and they asked me a lot of questions about myself, and they asked me about my aspirations, what I want to do, and I mentioned journalism, and I talked about new media and the internet, and of course I talked about YouTube, and I told them all about my channel, I told them all about you guys, and they had loads of questions. I want to say like 40% of the questions in my interview were about my channel, and I told them all about you guys. I told them about the stories you guys told me. I told them about comments, and they asked about my haters, and they asked about the sort of people I helped out, and they seemed very interested in my YouTube channel and what I was doing with this, with vlogging and with occasionally raising dialogue about social issues and free speech and gay rights and all that stuff. So I want to thank you guys, and yeah, the message in this video is don't compare yourself to other people, and if you have, leave a comment down there and tell me about it, because I will read everything and I'll try to reply to everyone. So I hope everyone has a wonderful day. I had a wonderful day myself at the beach. I'm a little bit darker right now. Luckily I got no sunburn like Tabby 1292 did, but I will see you all later. X, Y, X, Y, X, Y, X, Y, X, Y, X, Y.